This segment is all about getting paid at Action Staffing. So I'm going to go over how the process works. To begin with, everyone that works here has the same thing in common. Everyone gets paid every single week that you work here. Now, let's go over the process and break it down so you understand how everything works and what you can do to help the process along. The first thing I want to remind you of is there always is a 1-week delay in getting paid. What do I mean? Well, for instance, if you worked a full week this week or you worked a few days, but your last work day was this coming Sunday, you will get paid the following Friday. So there's a 1-week delay. You never get paid in the same week because we have to first collect the payroll data from the client that you worked at, we process it, and then we create a paycheck or a pay card deposit for you, or in some cases, direct deposit. So again, always a 1-week delay. Secondly, we typically will put the money on the pay cards Friday morning. Usually it will hit your account by 9, 10 o'clock on a Friday morning, not a day before. And then in the case of your paycheck, those paychecks are normally ready on Friday afternoons. Now, in some cases, you will arrive here at the office and your check may not be here. It may be late. It may not be ready. There might be issues with it. And there are reasons why this could have happened in the first place. And the best thing to do to avoid it is to take an interest all week long in your actual payroll data, which means you should have a system where you track the time you work wherever you are working with us, whether it's at one assignment or in a number of different assignments. Every day, you should be writing down the actual time that you worked, deducting off, of course, any unpaid time for lunch or breaks, but keep a record of it. So at the end of the week, when you look at your pay stub, if your record shows a different number than what you're paid, you have something to discuss with us. Now, when you have an issue with your paycheck, I want to make sure you understand a few things before you think you have an issue. First of all, every paycheck will start with a number, a gross amount, your total wages for the week, and immediately taxes are taken out. Action Staffing does not take this money for ourselves. We are simply collecting it for the state and federal government. And like everybody else, including myself, we all pay payroll taxes. So whatever that top line number is, you're going to see deductions taken for taxes. Unavoidable. That's the first thing you need to understand. Also, if we lent you money during the week for transportation, that's called a garnishment. You're going to see that loan deducted off of your check because we laid out the money to transport you to your assignment. That's a deduction. If you purchased boots or any safety gear, you will also see a deduction for that because we lent you the money so that you can have your gear to go to work. That will be a deduction. And finally, you might have some garnishments for child care. You might have some garnishments for a former spouse or significant other. Whatever the case may be, we are guided by the Department of Labor and money will be taken out of your check for those garnishments. So at the end of the day, you need to understand why your check has deductions. So before you assume that we made a mistake, understand what these deductions are all about, and feel free and welcome to ask us any questions you have about them. But again, this is how the process works. Now, let's fast forward now to Friday. And it's check day, and you don't have a direct deposit or a pay card, you're looking to get your paycheck. You arrive at our office, and there's no check here for you. Or there's a problem with your check. You expected it to be $200, and it's $90. And you understood your deductions, but the hours are wrong. They weren't all put on the check. There's a problem. Okay. Number one, I want to outline the process, and I want to begin by telling you it is our goal, it is our desire to make sure you get paid exactly what you're entitled to. We are not looking to hold any money back from you. But the process sometimes involves some important steps, and sometimes that takes time. So the first thing I'm going to ask you to do is, when there is an issue with your check, please advise the person at our front desk that you have a problem with your check. In a calm manner, please explain what your concerns are. Explain everything that you object to or have a problem with in detail, but again, in a calm, professional manner. It is our desire to help you. We will then take that information, check our records, and then as necessary, we will look to contact the client that you worked with. But I want to remind you, this is not necessarily a quick and easy process. We have to track down site managers. We have to track down the people that have the record keeping to determine if in fact your information is correct or wrong. So we'll make our phone calls, we'll get on the internet, we'll look to seek to get all of that information. It may take 10 minutes. It could take several hours. But in any event, you must remain calm and professional. That is the process. We will get back to you as quickly as we can. We may tell you to go out, maybe grab some lunch or go visit someone and come back. Whatever the case may be, we're going to look to help you. But the bottom line is, if you cannot accept responsibility for being professional and working together with us, and if you cause a problem in this office, there is the possibility that we will not be able to offer you future assignments. And I don't want that to happen. I want everyone that visits my office to have the opportunity to work. So please, I'm asking you, work together with us. Many of these problems will be resolved fairly quickly. Some of them take extra time. Be patient, be professional, and keep a good relationship with Action Staffing, because we want to send you to work. Thank you.